What's going on, Sagittarius? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. So for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Sag. And it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. Because it's General Energy Weekly Spread. Yeah, we're just really just kind of having fun with the dance moves at this point, Sag. But with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so y'all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Sag. So I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we will get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, thank you, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below are some links for some other readers that are like watching Sag, so definitely check them out. I think you would really enjoy them. But let's get into your first card here. Alright, looks like we got some things we might need to fix up there, Sag. Because you got the six, excuse me, the 6 card of Libras here. Which is a Repairman card. And with this card, this is a card of repair, fine-tune, heal, fix, many working parts, reset, proceed carefully, needs fixing, adjustments, recover, skilled, make things right, mend, restore, and upgraded. And the energy that's coming through here, Sag, is the needs fixing. And I feel like for some, just thinking with Libra energy, you know, Libra can deal with like one-on-one relationships, whether that be with friends, families, lovers, things along those lines. And maybe there's something there that might need some mending. You know, maybe we've had, I don't know if we've been at odds maybe at late, or maybe it's just like maybe we've been noticing this sort of like dissonance or things, and it's just like we're trying to figure out maybe like what the source of the problem is with that. And I feel like this is a great energy too, if we've been wanting to, or you know what, even if like, if things aren't, if this is not something that's currently happened, maybe something has even like kind of like already transpired, and maybe this is something we've been thinking about for a while and been wanting to maybe like reach out and try to see if we can maybe mend a bridge or something along those lines. This is great energy because Mars just entered Libra not too long ago, and that's about, you know, can be about reestablishing, you know, existing or past relationships and things, and kind of get, you know, it's like you're in a more sort of like diplomatic type of energy there, you know, to really kind of get things settled. And that's honestly too, that's forming a sextile with your sign, and that's really great energy. But it's one of those things that it's passive energy. It's going to be one that if you want to do this thing, we're going to have to take initiative to get that stuff started there. But you know, there's definitely opportunities for that, Sagittarius, if that's something that you've been contemplating. But maybe even kind of getting like on like a, maybe even on like more of a personal level, if there's something that you feel that maybe could needs fixing, you know, maybe where it could be how we, because I feel like, you know, yours is a sign that is very honest, you know, and there's a bluntness to you that I really appreciate, Sag. But maybe for some, maybe for some others, it may be, because it's a, you know, fire energy where it's passionate, it's inspiring, but you know, not everyone can handle that level of heat sometimes. And so maybe that could be something that we've been wanting to repair, or maybe there's like it could be like a self-confidence thing. It could be a number of things, you know, that maybe we want to kind of work on and kind of tweak and kind of just improve in some sort of way, Sagittarius. But let's get some tarot on this and get some details. Oh, speaking of Libra. Alright, thank you. Alright, let's see what's going on here, Sag. Oh, and Pisces. Wow. Wow. Jeez. Okay. Alright, let's get down to business, Sagittarius. Man, because you have a lot going on here. This is like major arcana city. Jeez. So you have the moon, the justice, the tower, and the empress in reverse here. Sorry for the aggression. That's a lot. And then you have the death card upright here. So, okay, let's say where do I even want to start? Because I mean, you got like rulers coming through. I mean, it's because the tower rules over Scorpio here. The death card, because the tower is Mars. The Empress rules over, and that's. Let's talk about Libra, because with the Justice card, I feel that maybe for some that something has either transpired here that has been, I don't know, something has been thrown out of balance. I feel like that it's, you know, it's, I'm not sure if this is something that maybe you did, Sagittarius, or maybe that someone did. But, you know, kind of take it as it resonates. But I feel like that there is this want to, again, to maybe kind of mend things. I feel that something doesn't. I don't know. It feels like with the Empress, it's like something here that has been. I might need to actually get a little bit more with the Empress. But I kind of feel like with her, it's like maybe for some, I'm almost kind of feeling this maybe kind of stubbornness that's coming through with the Empress. You know, maybe we had gotten in some kind of disagreement or something in the past here, Sagittarius. And it's like with the moon being here, it's like we're feeling that it's like we're seeing that things can be changed, or that was like we're seeing that maybe how a situation transpired could have gone a lot better here. You know, maybe there was some sort of approach that could have been dealt with differently. And I feel like that maybe I don't know. It's like it's like we want to take this. Either it's like you want to take this initiative to kind of change things and maybe repair whatever it is that transpired here, or maybe there's a person that reached out to you who maybe has reached out to this, but it's like a stubbornness or kind of like a reluctance that's coming through with the Empress. But let me get a little bit more with that, because that's a lot there. Thank you. Let's see what's going on with the Empress. Wow, okay. Okay, yeah. So the Empress is clarified by the King of Swords and the Knight of Cups upright here. And then you have the Hanged Man and then the Star card in reverse. And that's what I feel like. It's like there's this energy that, because the Star card can be a card of healing, because it's the energy that's right after the Tower. But I'm not sure if it's one of those things. It's like, because it could be maybe where for some it's just like maybe it's like maybe we gave a lot of ourselves to someone, for example, you know. And again, this doesn't have to just be in love. This can be friendships, family, and we were just giving a lot, or something along those lines. Or maybe something was, it's like maybe because you are a very abundant sign, and maybe for some we felt like we were taking our generosity or something was taken for granted. It's just like it's one of those things. It's just, I feel like with the King of Swords, there's this cold energy that's kind of coming through here with the King of Swords. And it's just like that you've gotten this new idea that that maybe this thing can't be healed possibly, or maybe that it's going to take more work here to kind of change this stuff than we realize. But I feel like it's one of those things where I almost kind of feel like we're at this crossroads here, Sagittarius, and it's just like the big question is, like, because this seems like whatever this is, this may have been like a really kind of big type of relationship or some sort of connection here that really kind of hit home, and it just really kind of rocked the Empress a little bit, which is very fascinating. To I feel like for an Empress to be caught off guard, I feel like it's. And even though I feel like even though there's like a part of you that still wants to kind of maybe sort of mend this thing again, there's this reluctance or this but so I think I'm gonna so other than the relationship type thing here, Sagittarius, I do kind of feel for some others that when I was talking more on kind of like a personal level, that maybe for some it's just like that we feel, I don't know, we maybe haven't been feeling as abundant as of late. There's something here that's just, I'm getting like sort of soft devil vibes here, but more so not in like a sense of like just like a vice. It's just like it could be even just something habitual that we've done, that we're seeing how the effects of our actions have kind of thrown things out of whack here, because even with like the Hanged Man and the Moon, because you're getting a lot of cards that, as far as like planetary wise, because the Hanged Man is Neptune, the Moon is Pisces, and Neptune is one of Pisces' rulers. And it's like it's not even just that, you're getting a lot of the signs that have dual rulerships: Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces. And it feels like that there's this, I don't know, there's this, it's like there's this strong realization that something is needing to, there's something, a part of us that does need to be healed, and something does need to be changed. And I feel like, honestly, when you get major arcanas like this is like, I feel like it's like your higher self is really trying to get your attention here, Sagittarius. Because I mean, I think we were talking about like, and this is just one aspect, we were talking about trust last week, so that could be one thing. But whatever it is that's really been, I don't know, whatever it is that's hitting home for you, whatever it just kind of resonates with you when you think about this thing, like, it's one of those things that's like, we know that we want to change, but it's just like, like, is it like, do I really need to put in this kind of work? And that's what I'm kind of feeling is coming through here, Sagittarius. There's a lot more. Okay. Yeah, let's migrate. But yeah, that's a lot to think about there, Sagittarius. Let's get some tea. And let's get another. Get some more. Get another oracle on this. Oh, okay. Thank you. Interesting. Yeah, Sagittarius, and self care with the Empress. This is something that it needs fixing. And be kind to yourself with this energy, because you got. I'm only bringing this up because now you got. Because Libra, Venus, the Empress, rules over Taurus, or I'm all over the place, Libra, and now you got Taurus energy here, because you got the 8th card of Taurus, which is the Beehive card. And with this card, this is a card of diligent, persistent, stamina, application, tireless, mindful, hard work, devoted, fruitful, busy, conscientious, energetic, continual, harvest, endurance, effort, patience, and concentration. And the energy that's coming through here, Sagittarius, is the effort. And I feel like for some, it's just like where I was talking about with that sextile energy. I feel like whatever this is, it's going to be something that's going to require you to make an initiative to do this thing. It's gonna be some work. Whether this is working through a relationship or working through doing some stuff for ourselves, but I feel like it's like I feel like that especially with the Hanged Man here, the Moon being both being in reverse, those are, and even with the King of Swords, it's like there is that knowledge here, but it's one thing to know this stuff, but it's another thing too to take that action to change this thing, because otherwise it's just, if we're not doing anything, then nothing's happening. It's just like we're just like kind of staying in that Nine of Moons energy, or excuse me, Nine of Moons, the Nine of Cups energy, but it's like that energy of like feeling that something needs to change, but then it's like doing the Nine of Coins, and putting that stuff into action. Really making that stuff manifest. And like this is and I feel like maybe on the other end, if this is like for maybe if someone is, because I almost even am kind of getting that maybe for some of this is just dealing with another person. It's just like maybe you're the type that's always been putting in the effort and things, but now it might be something where, that's interesting. Maybe with the Empress being reversed here, it's time to pull back. And it's just like, you know what? If you're the type that's always trying to initiate things and always doing stuff, but the other person is not reciprocating that, then, you know, the energy's just, it's wasted in a sense. It's just like it's going to be one of those things. It's just going to lead to this energy of where like it's just going to make the relationship turn back, turn sour. I feel like things get kind of, there's this bitterness that can come through here, but I feel that, where it can be tough, especially if this is someone that we really kind of care about, because really with all that major arcana coming through, this, whatever this is, especially if this is a person, it feels like it could be like a really kind of deep connection here. But sometimes we need that, sometimes people need that absence of the abundance that is you, Sagittarius, in order to realize what they're missing, and hopefully they learn this lesson. But if not, then you know you've done all that you can. It's, and I feel like that's one of those things where, again, it may hurt to move on like that, but we may need to tap into that kind of chariot energy and just keep it moving. But let's get some tarot on this. Thank you. Let's see what's going on here, Sag. Jeez. Man. Alright. You're about to rack up, like, seriously, like, all the majors. How many you got? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 of them here. But, interesting. So you have, very interesting. So you have the World card in reverse here, Sagittarius. And then you have the Fool, the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and then the Three of Coins here upright. And I do feel like for some Sagittarius, there may be a need to maybe kind of reevaluate. I feel like with the Three of Coins, because this can be a card of collaboration and working with others, and not even just in work. I feel like just working together and just life is more so what I'm kind of getting here. And I almost feel like there's a need to kind of pay attention to what the idea of just like, are people putting in this type of effort, or are they keeping you stuck, or are they just like, if it's just always like you just always kind of doing things and you feeling just like no matter what you do it's like the same old thing, and then we can't seem to move on to this new type of energy. Because I'm only saying that too, that I feel like this may kind of for some like this energy of, it's like we may be evaluating what relationships we need to move on from with the Eight of Cups here. Because one, that's even fascinating too, because you got, when you think about Aquarius energy, they're ruled by both Saturn here, the World, and Uranus, the Fool. And Aquarius deals with networking and collectives and groups and things, but also with the Eight of Cups, that's Saturn and Pisces, and you got Saturn and Pisces here. And I feel like that it's just like this thought of, it's just like maybe what we thought was fair in the beginning of how we deal with people or something along those lines are shifting here. How we're working with others, it's just like that. It's just, I feel like it's like, it's not necessarily, it's like you're kind of like asking them to not necessarily do more, but it's just like do what you're doing. I'm getting like a Six of Coins vibes here. Things aren't feeling in balance. You know, Libra energy, the Justice card being in here. It's just like, what can we do to change that type of stuff here? You know, I feel like a need to, you know, try do something new, you know, to, and this might be something too, or maybe we need to put up some stronger boundaries and move on to a newer group, or, you know, work with people who really kind of value what you bring to the table, Sagittarius. So, I mean, you're an Empress. You know, like it's let me get a little bit more with the Fool. Thank you. So the Fool is clarifying. I mean, you're just racking them up here. You're about to have like half the major arcanas here. So you have the Seven of Coins in reverse, and then you have the High Priestess upright. And yeah, there's a question of like how we invest in ourselves here. I feel like, or what we're investing in, whether this is people, and because I feel like your intuition with the Moon here, or excuse me, with the High Priestess who's represented by the Moon, is telling you to it's I don't know if things don't feel like that. It's just like it's I don't know. I feel like you see how they're just kind of they're performing the sacrifice here, and I feel like if these relationships and things aren't giving what you're giving back to them, you know, I feel like it's again you're because you got to consider too. I'm even thinking with the Moon that deals with our emotions as well, and we got to figure out how that affects us in every aspect of our being there, Sagittarius. But I am kind of getting for some others that it's just like maybe we've been too focused on others that we have kind of forgotten ourselves here, in that there's a need to, like, it just maybe more so just focus on you and really kind of put in that work. And I feel like that when you do that, it changes your vibration and it attracts the energies that you're actually looking for, those who would really appreciate you for what you bring and what you do. And you know, this might be something where, because I'm just thinking with like the relationship between like the Moon and the world, sometimes in like planetary aspects that can be a kind of like lonely energy that sometimes, you know, it's like really kind of feeling a little isolated, because the Moon and Saturn have a weird relationship. You know, Saturn rules also over Capricorn and the Moon rules over Cancer, and those are opposites. And I don't know, like it's hmm but I feel like, you know, it's paying attention to just overall this energy is paying attention to what is maybe keeping you stuck and preventing you from moving on to different opportunities and things along those lines, Sagittarius. All right. Yeah, really a lot to think about here. Let's see, let's put you over here. And then let's get your last oracle. Oh, come on, hands. There we go. Thank you. Interesting. All right, so you got the fifth card of Scorpio here, which is the thunderstorm card. And with this card, this is a card of power, destruction, trouble, electric display, a warning, out of control, energy shift, conflict, triumph over evil, fierce, booming, conflict, and opportunity to overcome. And the energy that's coming through here is the energy shift, Sagittarius, and that's what this feels like. I feel like we're getting ready to go through a sort of like transitory period where, we are maybe just kind of reevaluating a lot of things in life. Maybe this could be where how our, I don't know, maybe as far as like what we're getting back from our jobs possibly, or again, or what are we getting back from our relationships, what are we getting from our living even situations conducive to our growth or something along those lines. But I feel that it's really kind of again tuning into your instincts here with the because of all these lunar shenanigans with the High Priestess and tuning into that, like, because I mean Scorpio's here, Towers here. This is hard emphasis, I feel like, for change and a need to just kind of regroup and figure out where do we want, how have things maybe kind of gotten off trail or gotten off track here, and how we can get to the state of maybe if we just been feeling kind of stuck in this rut, maybe it's just been sort of like the same old thing. And, with the Three of Coins, this is going to be a lot of work, with these type of shifts. And I feel like that really, maybe you've been getting these sort of like strong, intuitive, like, ideas and signals and things that like something is coming, maybe in your gut, or maybe we might even be in the throes of it right now, and it has been maybe really overwhelming with what's been going on here. And it's just like you can't, it's just constantly just kind of go all the time. And it doesn't even feel like, I almost feel like for some it's just like that there's this, it feels less in your control even, it's like even though you got the Tower in reverse, there still feels like this energy of like something is just like keeps pushing you to make these decisions, as opposed to like this conscious sort of like change here, and we haven't had a chance to just kind of catch our breath, I feel like, with the Star card here. Very interesting. Let's get some tarot on this. But Sagittarius, even with all this energy that's kind of going on here, I feel like that this is, it's tough right now, but it's gonna be one of those things that in down the line, it's where it's gonna, I feel like it all is going to make sense in the end with the Ace of Swords here. I feel like that's just like, don't feel or try not to feel that this is something that's going to that's just happening to you for no reason, that it's just like you're just being just dealt this, maybe this crappy hand, or maybe something along those lines, because you are, I feel like you are being divinely guided. It's just we got to get through this storm here to get to the sunlight, because after the moon is the sun here, Sagittarius. But let's get to your last little bit, because oh, there you are, Sag. Okay. that got me a little bit, but now I'm getting better. I'm going through a transit right now. Mars is actually trying my moon. I've been feeling a little emotional as of late, but you got no small little reversal storm here and a couple more majors. But you got the Four of Wands here, the Judgment card, and then the Temperance upright, or excuse me, in reverse. And let's switch back over here, Sag. Because I feel like for some it's just like we haven't been feeling like, even with all these shifts and things, even though like ultimately it is going to lead for the better there, I just feel like we haven't felt a cause for celebration. I feel like there's been this need, this almost like question, because like you really are kind of going in order in a different kind of way, and or in a really kind of interesting way, but you are missing that sunlight in between there, because it's like you got after the Tower is the star, then the moon, we're missing the sun, then there's the Judgment, you like you seriously are going in order in a really kind of interesting way there. But I feel like it's just like this rebirth, and that's interesting too, because I mean, come on, you like the energies are lining up for you here, Sagittarius, because Pluto, the Judgment card, is the other ruler of Scorpio, and so it's just like these things are here, like it's there's a rebirth like that's happening, a mass kind of transformation that's going down here, but I feel like it's going to be one of those things that is going to require some patience, because and it's and just finding ways to really kind of keep yourself again in this state of balance and temperance, and because your ruler is in Taurus right now, and will be there for the next year, and it's just like it's we're kind of in the long game right now. Taurus is kind of slower moving energy, and but it is getting you to this state of evaluating those things so you can get to that state of stability, whether this be emotionally, physically, spiritually, just in all aspects of your life. You are going through a shift, and we're all going through a shift. The energies have been really kind of tough here, Sagittarius. I feel like the last couple of weeks, the soul tribe's been really kind of going through it. I feel like with all the retrogrades going down, and Virgo season, I've been feeling that it was going to be intense for like a minute, but now it's like to kind of see this thing kind of coming to fruition here. It's we're but I really do feel though that there's going to be a need to call on this kind of resilience, that kind of Scorpio type of tenacity and things to get through this, Sagittarius, because you might be feeling in reverse right now. Where just things are just all out of whack, but your energies will readjust to this, and they're refining, they're retuning to where you're going. And if you ever feel that you aren't being divinely guided, you are. Like, is this energy here that you're bringing me? Because I'm not just going through and just picking out majors here. This is what you're bringing to me, and I feel like there's a change that's coming for you in a big way, but it's just like we may not be able to see it right now. It's just kind of far off in the future here. Uranus energy. But I do feel like it's something that it's going to come. It's just we just have to keep that motivation there, and keep that drive, and keep that hope, and and surrounding yourselves with people, I feel like, who also kind of support you in this growth as well, Sagittarius. But all right, I think I'm gonna leave that there. But if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up, because that's even been feeling kind of weird to say, but I feel like this thumbs up thing is just, and where, yeah, sure, I appreciate the likes, and of course, and knowing that it resonates, but I feel like more so too to maybe like give other Sagittarians hope that, like, hey, you're not the only one that's going through this. We're all really trying to feel this. We're going through it as a collective, as a soul tribe here, and know that when you're feeling this stuff, or when you're feeling this stuff, I'm feeling it too, Sag. It's tough, but I'm about to get back into your reading, and share this if you know someone who's maybe going through this energy. And if you haven't already, subscribe, hit that bell button to get notified when I release videos each week. And then last little bit, let's kind of shift gears a little bit, because look at all these lunar shenanigans you got. And then you got our ruler, the moon here, the high priestess, because my sun signs in Cancer. And not that you need her, but if you have any Cancer in your placement, sun, moon, rising, come on over to the Cherry Den, friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss all this lunar shenanigans, even when they're Pisces. And you can meet Rhonda. She's rooting for you, Sagittarius. She knows you're tough. And and all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get you surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here. I like that. So you got the Page of Cups here. And I feel like with the Page of Cups being here, I almost feel like this is like really kind of taking care of your, just really kind of taking care of you there, Sagittarius, as far as like with all this stuff that's going down. I almost feel like that for some, we almost feel like almost in this, not in this childlike energy, but it's just like I'm almost getting like that really kind of frustrated, like when like a kid's just like, well, why, and just like, that's kind of what I'm kind of getting with this, which is kind of interesting with this Page of Cups here, but and that's interesting too. Yeah, I just feel like you see how this thread is kind of winding around his ankle here. I almost feel like that maybe for some it's just like we feel like that we're shackled, but it's just like this white rabbit is what's doing it. And I feel like it's higher stuff. And I feel like, rabbits, bring about luck and things. You get, usually people got this is a little morbid, but the lucky rabbit's foot. But I feel that it may feel like that the universe has kind of got you bound or maybe something right now, but it's just like the energies again are leading you to your highest vibration here. Really, because you came through in a way, Sagittarius, in a strong way. This is you here, but let me get your oracle card here. Yeah. Thank you. So you have the air card in reverse, or excuse me, upright here, Sagittarius, and I'm getting, I'm getting this energy to just kind of breathe right now, and I know that may seem tough, and I almost feel like it's sort of like just allow yourself to just, and I know that can be tough to just like just when you have a moment to just sort of relax a little bit and just like get in control what you can, and if there's nothing else that you can do at the moment, just kind of just sit back and breathe for a little bit. Maybe get outside, get some air. Maybe we've been feeling kind of cooped up, whatever that's looking like. How's your space looking? Have we, maybe if the air's been feeling a little stagnant, just getting something to get the energies moving here. Maybe getting out again, because yours I feel like is a sign of mobility. Constantly being on the move. And I almost feel like that is this longing for freedom, and I feel like that it's coming, Sagittarius. And I feel like it's when you think of air energy, that's Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, and air energies, they're about their thoughts, and I feel like your thoughts are going to be very important with where you're at with this. If we're staying in that sort of like feeling defeated and sort of mentality, that's tough. Maybe this is something where we practice some like affirmations or something, of maybe journaling our thoughts down or something along those lines. And listen, I'm not saying that's going to take away from this situation, but I feel like it just like it gives you a sense of kind of resets you, where it's just like, okay, this is happening, and I gotta roll with it. What am I gonna do today? What can I do right now? And kind of just keep that mentality fresh. But I think I'm gonna leave that there, Sagittarius. Hopefully this made sense. But you stay safe out there with all these energy shifts and need things needing fixing. And again, it's gonna take some effort, but you got this, Sagittarius. You're a sign of growth and expansion, and you're naturally abundant. Jupiter, you all this, raise your vibration through the roof. Take care of yourself, Empress. Self-care, Page of Cups. Do some, when you find some time, do some nice things for you to just kind of balance out this energies a little bit. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.